Welcome, and today we're going to go through our Harmony EDI solution that's found within the Harmony system, part of the different applications you can take advantage of. And this will allow you to manage your EDI trading partners, be able to process transactional data to and from your backend ERP or associated system, be able to keep tabs on all the different documents, and really be able to manage those trading partner relationships through the system. We're going to cover two aspects. So the administration of a trading partner, which will allow you to edit and add workflows, select maps, those things associated with setting up a trading partner, and then transactional data, actually being able to see the transactions, be able to see the documents and all those different pieces. So I'll walk you through a few different steps. And of course, if there's any other questions, you can always contact your CSM or contact to get some more information regarding how things will work, or even set up a demonstration as well. Obviously, we have some trading partners already set up and managed. There'll be trading partners that you can go through and search for if you want to do that, and you'll be able to simply start typing different letters, and as you type in, it will start to go through, and we have over 1,000 trading partners in the system already, and you'll be able to go in and select something like an Ashley Furniture. You can see how easy it is to click on that trading partner and add it. If I go through, I'm not going to have any workflows. If I had a pre-existing trading partner, I could see there is a workflow. So we'll set this one up here, be able to go in, select either an inbound document being a inbound order, or an outbound document, an invoice or a shipment or something to that effect, and be able to go in and specify that particular document type and the particular document map in 850 associated with that trading partner. Be able to make sure it's active or in test mode, whatever the case may be, and save that particular workflow configuration. The other thing you're going to be able to do once you have your workflows established, and you can set up as many different workflows as you want. Obviously, different trading partners have different requirements. And that's something that you can set up and manage with the trading partner yourself. PII, which is being able to manage some of the document deletion, actually delete the content in your documents, being able to search for a particular document to delete that content on that specified date, be able to purge documents from your system. So when you purge documents, it's actually physically removing that data and document from the system. So that's a continuous thing if you decide to use that functionality. On the EDI settings side, this is where we go into managing partners. A partner ID is already associated with the trading partner. The company ID will be set up when you first enter the system. You'll be prompted to set up your own company ID. This is a unique value that you'll use with your trading partner to identify you within your system as well. So that's something that you'll be able to set up and manage within the system. So that's all addressable here. Address information. So this gets carried over to documents in and out of the system. You can also put this information in within our Cloud Studio product, backfill that information. This helps regular users being able to manage the data, and it covers all the different pieces of address information within a document. Terms code, very similar, except now you're getting into more specifics around the trading partner, net days, discount amounts, different payment codes, and discount codes and discount percentages that might be used against documents coming from the trading partner. This is also useful for somebody who wants to maintain this data here, but you can also maintain it within Cloud Studio as well. And that's something that it's an optional thing that you may do. All this information is found in the implementation guide from your trading partner, and you can also discuss with your trading partner what information they want within these particular fields. Reference codes, again, are reference codes that are standard across the industry. You'll be able to, if needed, select different codes and add them to the documents so you're compliant, and the trading partner gets that information depending on which codes they need to verify. Control numbers are automatically created and automatically incremented. Again, if the trading partner requires a control number reference from you, this is where you would find it. envelope data, which many of you doing EDI might be familiar with. This is where you'd fill in the envelope information, the GSID, the GS version, and associated elements that are needed to identify different segments within and breaks within the EDI documents itself. Again, also referenceable through the implementation guide, our documentation, and your training partner. This is also where you can set up, if you want to send a 997 when the orders come in, the acknowledgement to basically a handshake back to the training partner, or if that's not necessary. So there's options for that as well. And those are the three main parts of setting up. And this is where you'd set up the settings, the workflows, and get that particular piece set up. The last piece is the communication settings. And this is where you can create new FTP connections and manage that here with FTP details, all the standard things, the different protocols, security levels, the modes that are enabled, the port, remote details folder, upload folder, and then the automation, basically making sure that you can automate that for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever the case may be, once a day, depending on your communication methods. You can also create an AS2 connection with all the associated features. With your AS2 connection, we support different encryption methods as well, so they're all here, and certificate information, which you can then add the certificate data and upload and generate your own certificate from the training partner. So this is something that you'll work with the training partner to establish that AS2 connection, get their particular settings, generate your certificate for them. And this is all part and parcel if you have an AS2 connection or you're familiar with that AS2 connection. Keep in mind, we do have a full support staff. We do have EDI experts as well. If you need to take advantage of that, that's something else that we do have available as part of this solution. If it's something that you're comfortable with, of course, this is something you can self-implement, but this is something where a PS engagement as well with your own team, internal team as well. The other thing to consider is that this is the setup of workflows for all these different training partners and managing these particular training partners. What you'll be able to do once you set this up is able to actually see the transactional data. So this transactional data will be in a way that you can have anybody within, it doesn't have to be a technical user, can come in here and see not just directional data, whether it's incoming or outgoing data, error notifications, be able to filter by training partners that you have already set up, or by the document types as well. Once the documents flow through, you'll be able to see the order, document type, name, direction, the transaction date, and also be able to see a view of that data with all the different references, bill to, ship to, sold to information, item codes, descriptions, as well as if there's related documents like invoices or shipments, things of that nature within the document. You'll also be able to see views of not just the EDI, like you see here, but also the associated export of XML that we do within the system. So you'll have access to a number of different views that will help you manage the integration once you get to Cloud Studio to actually integrate that XML into your backend system. Now, keep in mind that you can also reprocess if there's a failed document. You can also resend acknowledgements for one or multiple documents, and the same functionality exists here. And you can also refresh and or search different time frames for different training partners, and also quickly see what happened last month, last week, or last day with that training partner. So this is all something that's available to any user of the Harmony system, being able to see those transactional data without having access to the ERP or backend system or your training partner's portal, if that's even available. What we're offering here is a way to have full visibility from beginning to end, but also manage everything within a nicely constructed admin panel that, again, somebody with a little to no technical experience can walk through and set up documents and EDI settings, or even manage it from day to day once they're trained on something like this. So that concludes what we wanted to show today. Gives you a good overview of all the different aspects of the solution. Of course, there's multiple pieces to this, depending on where you want to send the data within Harmony, and that will be done in a separate video. Thank you.